Welcome back. I am your host, Attorney Stephen Leahy, joined here with the gang, Deborah Schreiner and Jim Leahy.
Welcome.
On AM 560, The Answer. I had to tell Jim, we're turning that TV off. We're not going to watch that game.
And you know what? This is what's great about Attorney Stephen Leahy. That he focuses like a laser beam and makes sure that everything is taken care of. We're no loose ends. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Beam. Anyway, again, we haven't really been answering a lot of those questions that you, the listener, have.
Yeah, we have.
A little bit, but not in too much. What I'm trying to say is that we have a YouTube channel where you can watch previous episodes. We have ChicagoTaxTeam.com where you can access the blog report, watch previous videos, and you can also get in contact with Attorney Stephen Leahy, or you can call Open Tax Resolution 312-664-6649. Say that you listen to the show, and you will get your question answered guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I also wanted to mention you left something out, and I don't recall what exactly. Oh, I know the podcast. Every show that we've recorded is on my website, ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's on every page on the left hand side. You can go listen to every show that we've ever done. So that's pretty good. So you always leave that out, and I don't want to leave it out.
That's right. I am very sorry. So anyway, without further ado.
And now, here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge, Mr. Know-It-All.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Know-It-All, the segment where Attorney Leahy shares his infinite wisdom of all things taxes, or IRS. Yeah. Anyway, going on, I have a question for you, Attorney Stephen Leahy.
Okay.
And this is from a listener of ours, a good friend of ours. And the question is, if I cannot get in contact with the IRS, I keep calling. I can't get in contact with them. What should I do?
Okay, well,
I owe some money, and I owe some money. I can't get in contact with anybody. Should I just pay it and just not?
Well, if you could pay it, you probably wouldn't be calling, right? Because you just write them a check and send it in, and that would solve it because they'll take your money and then they wonon't bother you, right? Mm-hmm. Because But if you owe money and you can't pay it, that's usually when you're trying to get in touch with them. I owe you some money. I don't want you coming after me. Let's set something up. So we talk a lot about it on the show about the budget of the IRS and how they claim they don't have enough money, and even though it's $12 billion. I had someone mention, I told you on this, someone mentioned on one of our segments on the YouTube channel, they don't have enough money. That's a big organization. They need more money. I'm like, give me a break. They get enough money. Anyway. But they don't have enough money, they say, to answer your phone call timely. And sometimes what they say is it takes about 20 minutes or 25 minutes or longer for them to answer the phone calls that they answer, and they only answer like 40% of them. So that means 60% of the people are never going to get an answer on the phone. But here's a good thing. The one thing that the IRS is doing is they're setting up more and more online. So if you wanted to go online and set up a payment plan, you could do that. Go to irs.gov and you could set it up online and pay online. And you don't even have to make a phone call. And of course, online is always there, so you can do it anytime. There's another way, and you go on irs.gov again, and on the top right-hand corner, there's a search panel, and you could search for 433D. That's a form that the IRS uses, Form 433, there's different versions, but the 433D is for an installment agreement. So you could just simply download this this form, fill it out, and mail it into the IRS and propose a installment agreement. If you owe less than $10,000, right, it's not going to make sense to hire a lawyer to help you. Because as you found out, it takes a lawyer even a long time to get in touch with the IRS, and they're going to charge you for it. Okay, so if you owe less than $10,000, you can. It's called an automatic installment agreement. They'll automatically accept it. So just come up with some sort, and you follow the instructions on the form, and you could say, I want to pay this $10,000. I'm going to pay it off in 24 months. I'm going to pay it off in 36 months. And then you do the calculations. This is how much I'm going to pay you. You can give them your bank information. So they'll start automatically taking it out of your bank account. And so you don't have to worry about getting on the phone and talking to the IRS. You could fill out this form and mail it in, and they will send you the acknowledgement. It'll take some time. It's not a matter of a week or a couple weeks. It's going to take a little bit of time, but they will send you an acknowledgement, said that they received it, and that they will accept your installment agreement. Now, if you have another installment agreement already in place and you're trying to do two, that doesn't work.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot on our show.
Yeah, they won't work. Okay, so then they'll cancel your other one, and then so then it gets more complicated.
Isn't it that cascading issue that always happens?
Exactly. And, again, Jim, I talk about that, again, these clients this week that I had. It happens in almost every case, and this is where the cascading tax problem. But again, remember, you can get online. You can, if you owe less than $10,000, you can get online. You can fill out this form, and you can solve your problem with the IRS. Anyway, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question and we didn't answer it on the show today, you can call Open Tax Resolution 312-664-6649. You're going to get in touch with Bonnie, and you're going to tell her that you are a listener on the show, or well, not on the show, but you listen to our show, and then your question will be answered, guaranteed.
Right, so
Am I correct?
Bonnie was out of the office on vacation.
Okay, anyway, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I had some calls asking for Bonnie, and they were just kind of disappointed that they didn't get Bonnie.
Well, anyway, anyway. I'm off my thing. ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your help to help fight the IRS. 312-664-6649. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because after the commercial break, we're going to wrap this show up. IRS Radio Hour style here on AM 560. The Answer.